One of the biggest shifts that I've seen across the F&B space over the last 15 years is that every category is now innovating at a more rapid rate than ever before. And this wasn't always the case. This means really exciting things for product development, packaging, branding, ingredient advancement, and flavor play. Cue everything from chili-infused cereal to kimchi popcorn and even cocktails loaded with Italian truffles. We had what we used to call sleepy categories, like dairy or meat. This is no more. We see consumer-aligned innovations happening across the board, and it's our ongoing mission to track them and extract important learnings for our brand members. Our process is so much more than data, statistic, and case study aggregation. To accurately forecast what has enduring influence over consumer spending patterns, we contextualize new ideas against key social, cultural, environmental, and even economic factors. And what this often means is looking outside a core category to spot fresh opportunities and then finding ways to apply them. For instance, insights from fragrance and beauty are fed into our research baselines, while technology is our go-to for food's future roadmap. So think everything from enzyme-active broccoli shots to collagen-infused soda and edible fragrances as ice cream toppers. The role that technology has within the food and beverage sphere is enormous, spanning everything from bioprinted snapper fish to advances in agri-tech. And now we see generative AI rewrite classic recipes. ChatGPT has recently passed the Master Sommelier exam, which means it can advise wine buyers and enhance wine tasting. Consumers' relationships with food and drink are more complex than ever, but this makes it a more curious space to interrogate. Food knowledge still equals social currency and cultural cachet. However, whereas status was perhaps previously linked to knowing where to buy that limited edition whiskey, wellness awareness and eco-positive values are now more foregrounded in consumer choices. And this is exactly why we are intimately connected to the many crossovers in the health and sustainability space, particularly when it comes to vitamins and supplements. But really for us, it's not simply about following or predicting a trend. It's about validating that trend by talking to cross-category experts, academics, scientists, mining the data and considering all the global and regional implications. And then equally upturning the trend, being curious, even being obtuse. What's the anti-trend? Where's the opportunity that we can spot in the negative space? Back in 2019, we were already investigating the post-vegan opportunity. So what will the world look like when the hype dies down? And likewise, years ago, we turned focus to soil health, something that was only really being written about within the agriculture world. From the evolution of plant-based eating to the sober, curious cohort, the motivations and aspirations underpinning these movements are really what makes us tick. And this links to bigger questions. How does Gen Z feel about food ethics? How will millennials influence flavor? And how can we ensure that the food and drink industries are talking to and representing a diverse array of consumers? One of the most exciting narratives that we've recently seen are the stories and perspectives of Black, Native, and other overlooked food influencers and cohorts that are finally being given a platform and are doing amazing stuff for food culture today. How consumers shop, cook, and eat is telling. Likewise, how they think about food and how they speak about it. It all matters. The detail counts. And the detail is what leads us to big, wonderful discoveries that feel uplifting and forward-thinking and can ultimately propel our brand members to commercial success. The future of food and drink is the question we're always exploring, and the answers look and feel different every time. But this is a good thing. We need rich conversations, we need differing opinions, we need nuances, and that is how we unravel the most promising commercial and creative opportunities across such a fast evolving landscape.